pale my legs.
It's not. Your leg color is like tan for somebody else.
Right, but it's like pale to me.
No, it's beautiful.
Hello, good morning, everyone. We are here to talk about facial fitness, and I know that may be a very new term for a lot of you, as it was for me about a year ago. But when you start to learn that it's really important to work out your body, and then it's also just as important to work out your facial muscles, and that's oftentimes a place that goes forgotten, that we don't actually do anything to it. The only thing we actually do to it are like injections down the line, right? Well, some people do.
Now facelift, early facelift.
Yeah, facelifts, Botox, filler. So all these things that are, one, very expensive, and two, invasive. Just like, I for one, I'm very afraid of needles. So just having that near your face, like I can't do it. So knowing that there's alternatives out there, and knowing that there are ways to, one, prevent aging, and actually I take that back. There's nothing you can do to prevent aging. Like, we're gonna age no matter what, and that's just a given. But there are ways to prevent yourself from aging ungracefully. Is that a word?
Yeah.
So you want to be able to at least just help keep the tone and the definition in your face as you get older, and that can be achieved through facial fitness. So I have here my lovely Doctora, Dr. Miriam. Dr. Miriam Bakhtiari. She is the inventor of BLAfit, this facial device. Not only that, she is also a board certified dentist who has over 30 years of experience specializing in TMJ, sleep apnea, and orthodontics. So if there's someone here that knows their facial anatomy more than anyone else, it's Dr. Miriam. She knows how the muscles work. She knows how the jaw should be in a healthy position. So she's fully aware of all those things. So
what introduction. I'm gonna have to go out and walk in.
You're gonna do the little
you're gonna have
So I know a lot of times people always say that is gonna cause TMJ disorder, right? When they've seen videos of people using the BLAfit. So you, who have been treating and helping people alleviate their TMJ symptoms, what are your thoughts on that when people say that this is going to cause TMJ?
Well, I'm going to say I would never make something that makes TMJ worse or causes TMJ. In fact, when I, hello everybody, when I was thinking about creating something, a device that anchors around the lips in order to engage the facial muscles, the first thing that I was thinking is making sure that this product will not create TMJ or more impingement, and how can I create the practice around it so that we can actually help TMJ. Now, my knowledge of TMJ helped me put together a practice of exercises that will actually help patients with migraine, helps patients with TMJ, will help if you have jaw clicking, it will help if you have snoring. It's not going to alleviate all of that, but it will help it toward a better less symptoms. So that is why, Natalie, I feel like when you create something that is a workout, you need to have training for it. Because if we have, at the beginning when I invented BLAfit, the people that surrounded me and they got excited that this is going to be a market hit. It's an amazing product, came from a doctor. Some of them told me, don't go through medical route, make this only a cosmetic product. Well, it is a cosmetic product, but to me, the deeper benefit of facial exercise is treating your clenching jaw, treating your headache, helping with your clicking. So in order for somebody to give a tool out there without out there to in the hand of people, especially in the ages of Amazon, we're selling pretty well on Amazon, and if people buying it on Amazon and do not get the training, the proper training, you have a tool that can be used in so many different ways that could harm you. Just like anything else you buy an electrical, any product that you buy, you need to have training and instruction. But especially when you are working with a very, very, very important structure, which is our face, we got a lot of red vascular areas in the face. Our face is very, very vascular, meaning that right behind our lower jaw there is main artery, vein, and nerve that goes from our carotid artery and passes in this region and feeds our facial structure, our temporal region, and the occiput, the back of our head region. So we cannot have a product that's out there that stimulates those areas without the knowledge of our facial anatomy, without teaching you how to do it so that you're safe. And then I could rest my mind that I've created something that people actually can benefit in full range of areas, not just facial beauty, but internally beautifying themselves, putting their whole system in a parasympathetic nervous system, adding the yoga to it. So for that minute or two exercising the BLAfit appliance, we will be benefited. So the training today is on the when you buy BLAfit, you get the training from our certified instructors. One of the main one that will get you is Natalie. She's certified to teach BLAfit appliance, how to exercise. She takes 5 to 15 minutes depending. Sometimes I've seen her half an hour with one of you out there, and making sure that you're doing it correctly. We're actually working with one specific client from Amazon that she has a little bit, older and has a little bit of memory issues. So we've done it 2-3 times. We've taped it for her. We want to make sure that if you bought this, you're doing it correctly, because we care. This company is a small company. This is my practice here. I'm a professional dentist. I don't want to give something to you that harms you. So please take advantage of that complimentary training. But I think I went tangent again. But going back again, this is a product that enhances your facial beauty, gets you to stimulate the facial muscles, at the same time getting you in a better place if you have TMJ, getting you a better place if you have migraine and headaches, daily headaches. And if you're a clencher all day long and you're nervous, this will be able to unclench you and put you in a very nice space if you want to go to sleep or on a daily basis. So we're very excited that a simple product that we created hygienically, very simple, it's now proven that helps all of that, those areas, and it is all made in here.
Yeah, all made in the USA. And I also kind of want to walk you guys through of what the training looks like. A lot of people are always like, well, what's the point of the training? So essentially, when you get to sign up for your training, you first things first is we ask you what the reason was why you bought the BLA, because everyone has different goals and needs. So some of them can just be purely aesthetic, and they're like, I just want to help target my marionette line. So I just want to target the sagging jowls. Or some people are like, I really just want to do this because I've been diagnosed with TMJ disorder. I have really tight muscles and I have pain, and that is why they bought the BLA as like a physical therapy tool, essentially. So we walk you through based off like what your needs are. We guide the training a little bit differently. And then we teach you how to correctly do the vertical exercise, the horizontal exercise, how to practice doing breath work with the exercises so you can achieve like maximum health benefits and really relax your overall body. And watching you too do the exercises, making sure that you're doing them correctly. Oftentimes, and if you're out there and you haven't done the Zoom training, but you have a BLA, pay attention if you're using your upper lip when you do the vertical exercise. that's really hard for a lot of people to engage in the vertical exercise. And oftentimes when you do the BLA exercises, you want to make sure that both handles are coming together. But usually for beginners, the only thing that is moving is the bottom handle. The upper lip is the only one that's actually pushing. The top lip, there's like usually no engagement from most beginner users. So
yeah, just remember that, first of all, for those of you that just joined us, I'm Dr. Mariam, the inventor of BLAfit. I am a board certified dentist, TMJ specialist, sleep specialist, and orthodontic specialist. So I have diplomat in all those three areas. My passion is TMJ. My passion is beautifying you in a way that you're feeling healthier. So we go in and do orthodontics from inside out. It's a very different treatment of orthodontics that we do in Manhattan Beach here. If somebody has crowding, we look at their underlying health issues and we fix the structure that creates that crowding. If they have airway issue, we make sure the airway is open. If they're crowded, make sure they're not tongue thrusting and opening up and teaching them how to nasally breathe. So this is a practice that you can call, it's a holistic orthodontic practice. TMJ treatment is a very costly treatment. We treat TMJ here with special orthotics for TMJ. So BLAfit is not a treatment for TMJ. A TMJ treatment is costly and it takes time. But if you have symptoms of TMJ and you're not close to any physician, any dentist that treats TMJ, or you don't have the monetary availability, it's too costly for you, then BLAlip appliance can help you reduce those TMJ symptoms, helps you cope with your clenching jaw and unclench it. So I can say it's like a physical therapy modality. It's a tool for physical therapy. In fact, in an hour and a half, we're meeting another physical therapist that's going to utilize this in her practice for patients that have TMJ. So it is an adjunct to your TMJ treatment. So my patients that we treat TMJ, they get one of these devices so that they can do at-home exercises to help what we're trying to accomplish. So I want people that have TMJ for years and years and years, 30 years, don't think that exercising their facial muscle is going to reposition their bite. We can't reposition the bite with just an exercise, but we can alleviate the symptoms, we can improve it while buying some time, teaching you to kind of like unclench, teaching you how to rest your jaw in a safer position rather than it's not a full TMJ treatment. So I want to make sure I clarify that. The reason I created BLAfit was because when I did orthodontics, what happened there?
Oh, my little battery.
Oh, we're not going to talk about
that. We are good to go though.
When I created BLAlip appliances, because I noticed that in our society, we are not utilizing our facial muscle as much as our ancestors were. Our great-grandparents used more raw, more uncooked food, and we were more in eating food that came from nature into our hand. Today is not the story. And if you look at the skulls of the older skulls from 100 years ago, they had very beautiful broad arches. You could tell that they were able to breathe through their nose, and their teeth had no decay. And today, when you look at the kids that come here at the age of 7, they already have multiple decays in their mouth, cavities, and you look at their arches, almost 90+% of patients that walk into this practice, they have very narrow upper arch. And now, why is that evolutionary process has made us have narrow arches, crowded mouths, mouth breathers, bad posture? One of the reasons is the nutrition, that we are in a world of modernized, westernized society where we had canned food added to at least our generation, my generation, I'm 55, and in my generation, I remember seeing cans opened up by my mom, and Then as I was teenager, the cereals and the processed packages that we all accustomed to thinking that that's food, which was not food, which was deprived of all nutrition, has made us to be more soft diet eaters instead of using our teeth and our facial muscles. So now what we see is the facial muscles are becoming flat on younger generations. You don't see cheekbones, you don't see the anatomical lip muscle, you don't see anatomy in the face. It's all very flat and the lips are sagging really fast. And I know that we have those nutritional problems. I know that we're mouth breathing. Nobody in our society is taking the time to teach children to breathe through your nose. Other than me here in my practice for 30 years, I've been trying to tell parents, put a little tape on the kid's mouth, teach them how to do nasal breathing because it's a learned behavior. If we can learn to seal that lip, breathe through our nose at a young age, and feed them more wholesome food, we will not have as bad of I would say it's like a pandemic of orthodontic issues. I mean, every kid needs orthodontics now. So I got.
On top of that, we live in a very fast-paced, like capitalist society that people are just always on the go because of work, because of so many other things. They're either skipping meals or replacing their meals with a juice or a smoothie and going about their day. Or chewing incredibly fast, or not even like chewing, they're just swallowing because they don't have enough time to actually sit down and enjoy their meals.
So that's what happened, and I noticed that also we're in an era that everybody's conscious about their body, where like one trend comes in and then you look at everybody's pumping their buttocks muscle because they want to look certain way, or we're in that part that we're very aware about the trends, but the trends is becoming injection in our face, leave the facial muscles alone and only work from neck down, even not neck, I would say belt, I would say from your belt down, and for female at least, or for woman patients, and then for male, they do a lot of pumping in the upper body, but there's no balance, right? So one thing that I want to emphasize, and we talk to you on when you have your one-to-one, is that our face muscles are actually much more. It's like you have freeway over freeway over freeway. The facial muscles are muscle over muscle over muscle, and they're all engaged through our lip muscles. And these little muscles that are integrating to create this beautiful face, if they don't get enough pumping action, they will lose the muscle tone, and we are becoming flat. And why not? Why not? Why not work out the facial muscles? Now there's products out there, and I'm going to really talk about it, that they're made by people that are trainers, and there's no thought behind what they made, and they don't have any idea about TMJ. They don't even have idea about how vascular our facial structure is and how dangerous it is if we do something that is not really thought for. I mean, we can really create TMJ. We can really create patients with lockjaw, neck problems, headaches, if we are working out our facial muscles incorrectly. So correct workout is very important. That's why we have training behind it. We're not just handing you something and telling you learn how to do it and give you an instructional booklet that doesn't actually justify. We really thought about, we put QR codes where I talked about how to do the BLA correctly, but it's not even justifying. I feel like I need to see you, Natalie need to see you, our other trained staff need to see you on Zoom one-to-one and make sure you're doing it correctly. And we tell you at the end of that treatment, that time, that if you have questions and you wanted us to see you again, send us an email and we will. Because for us is one patient, one person that knows how to do it correctly. It's just, that's the satisfaction we get. We're not here just to sell you something that you throw out. That's why even though it looks simple and hygienic, I made sure it's a durable device. We made sure that we make it here. The manufacturer that makes it here, the nylon that's used on it, it's an FDA nylon, very expensive, That's why you can use it for 400,000 cycles and it won't crack. If you do it correctly, you have a durable device that's going to last you a year, 2, 3, depending how much you use it. It should be in your gym jacket and gym bag as your exercising device for your face. I know not all of you have the luxury that I have. I have one by my bed. I have one on my desk. I have one in my car. Just because when I'm in traffic and I'm nervous, I'll just pop it in and I do 1 or 2 vertical exercises and it just relaxes my neck muscles and puts me in a state that, okay, so what? It's traffic. Life is good. Really, 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 really emphasizing on breath work. It is one of my biggest goals in life. I'm writing a book about it, that breathing through our nasal structure, keeping that lip sealed during the day, at night, it's so important. So we integrated breath work to our exercise to teach you, to remind you how to breathe correctly, to remember to take the breath through your nasal structure. If you guys follow us on TikTok or on our Instagram, Dr. Mariam Bakhtiari, or on BLAfit, there's a lot of videos that I talk about, nasal breathing, and same thing, TMJ. This is my field, this is my passion. Helping people has been always my passion, and my patients of 30 years, they know who I am. My staff knows who I am, and I want you to trust and really rethink whenever you buy something, where the source is, who made it. We can't just have anything that's just made with big advertisement behind them and think that that's safe. It's very important for us to be able to really rethink who is the mind behind it. The BLAfit appliance, it wasn't just me alone. I thought about the idea, but I worked with an aircraft engineer and a physician to be able to make sure that we create something that does not create any sort of a harm to patients, but will benefit so much.
Yes, I agree. And you know what? One of the things that makes BLAfit so different from like other facial products out there on the market is this one anchors around your lips. And so a lot of the times other facial products, they anchor around your teeth, and that can just be really harmful for many, many, many reasons. So oftentimes people say, well, what if I have braces, or what if I have teeth missing? What if I have veneers? Like, is this gonna affect them? And I'm like, no, I have braces actually. It has never done anything to any of my brackets. There's no harm onto it. It's simply just anchoring onto your lips and focusing on just using your lip muscles to do the work.
We're using the lip muscle, and with slow movement, we're engaging your facial structure. And another thing that I wanted to talk about, when Natalie, you said about teeth. By the way, for our Amazon and TikTok users, today we're here from Manhattan Beach. Natalie, I'm going to introduce Natalie. She's one of the smartest girls that I ever had chance and luck to work with.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And she is beautiful in every way. And I'm here, Dr. Mariam Bakhtiari from Manhattan Beach. I'm a board-certified dentist. I practice orthodontics, CMJ, and sleep apnea here in my practice. And we're talking about BLAfit appliance, a product that exercises your facial structure, lifts the cheekbones, tightens your jowls, gives you a very beautiful, natural, defined jawline, at the same time plumping your lips and lifting and tightening. You're also opening up the blood supply to the head, so that for those of you that clench, it unclenches your muscle that clenches. It doesn't anchor around your tooth. It is only soft tissue engagement through your lip muscles. And there is a training that involves in this process that is complimentary, and we would love for our Amazon users or TikTok users that are buying from Amazon to be able to take advantage of that training, because we talk about a lot of stuff on that one-to-one training.
And you know what? All the people that we've ever done trainings with, it's been a lot of them, and they've all said one thing. They all had one thing in common that they said at the end of the training. Wow, that was very helpful. Wow, I learned something new. wow, thank you so much. I was doing it wrong, but now I'm doing it right. They all say those things, and that's for a good reason, because one, the trainings are one-on-one. You get full attention from us. Like, there's no one else. Eventually, they will become group trainings. So if you can take advantage of your one-on-one Zoom training, do that now before it starts becoming group trainings, which the group trainings will still be just as helpful, but you're not going to have that one-on-one attention. And we'll make sure that you're doing the exercises correctly so that when you feel a lot more confident about your purchase, because we want to make sure that you buy this and feel comfortable using this, feel confident that you're actually going to get the maximum benefit out of the BLA and actually get the benefits that we talk about, because these benefits are real. But if you don't actually do the exercises correctly, you might not actually be able to reap the full scope, the full positive benefit. So
now, I was going to talk about any product that anchors around your tooth, hard tissue structure. You need to be careful, especially my TikTok audience. Some of you are very young and trust anything that's out there. Anything that comes that you have to anchor around your teeth, you want to rethink about it. If it's working out your facial muscles through your teeth, you're actually activating your clenching, your muscles of mastication, like your chewing muscle. So what you will do, you will make your cheek muscles, like the side of your jaw, much more bulkier, and it's going to come out and it's not aesthetically pleasing. And by pushing this part, the clenching muscle out, you're creating some square face, but you can do that without engaging your clenching muscle. The clenching muscle is what causes TMJ. The clenching muscle is what pushes the jaw back, creates headaches, neck problems. So you're getting a bigger cheek muscles, not even cheek, the side of your corner of your jaw becomes out, and it's not aesthetically pleasing, but you actually could be getting jaw locking. You can get headaches, and you're not knowing where that comes from. It comes from clenching. One thing as a TMJ specialist, I will tell you, we always want to unclench you. That's why we have to anchor on the soft tissue. We can't have you use your teeth. You only need to use your teeth 3 times a day when you're eating your meals. The rest of the time, we need to have the teeth separated. This is what I teach my TMJ patients. You need to have your jaw relaxed and your teeth apart during the day, and seal your lips and breathe through your nose. So now we're creating something that anchors on the teeth, and we're clenching like jawbreaker. Just like a jawbreaker, those products are breaking your jaw as well, because they're pushing the jaw in the wrong direction toward, again, it's in every room in my office. I'm gonna have to show you, when you put big things that anchors around your teeth, you clench and it pushes the jaw back. You don't want to push the jaw back, because we're going to close the blood supply. By putting a big thing in your mouth and activating your teeth on it or biting on it, you're actually pushing the jaw back. This is something that we don't want to do, because now we're creating headaches, we're creating neck issues, we possibly could lock our jaw. And there is a lot of people that are suffering from jaw breakers and these products that have multi-million-dollar advertisement behind it. And I don't care if you don't buy BLA. I want you to be aware that we're treating those patients that use those products. So we need to, if we want to work out the facial muscles in the correct way, we need to engage soft tissue. There should be no teeth interaction. There should be no biting interaction. It should be only lips and soft tissue. So I keep emphasizing that just because that makes me angry, because I hate for people to spend $70, $40, $80 on a product that they end up spending thousands of dollars to a TMJ specialist in orthodontics to fix for them what somebody else screwed up. And unfortunately, a lot of these products, if I was supervisor, I would ban them, because as a doctor who treats people that have chronic pain and have they're basically, some of my patients are basically have a disability because of their jaw. They're dizzy, they have headaches 24 hours, they have movement disorders. We cannot let products out there that could impinge and create that. So we have to be very careful what goes in your mouth. With the Bella Lip Appliance, it's only soft tissue integration. The soft tissue around your lips is going to engage your cheek muscles. It's going to engage your jaw muscles. That unclenches your jaw, clenching muscle, but works out on the other muscles that makes your face plumper, lifts it, and really, for those of you that all day long clench, this will make you feel what I mean is basically unclenches you while you're doing this workout. You feel like, oh, my jaw feels so good. It makes you feel good. Your head's gonna have rush of blood supply because the exercises will create that.
I agree. And you even feel that, like in the moment when you do the exercises, you feel so much more relaxed. Your facial muscles have that nice pump from the workout that you get, but they feel good. Like they don't feel tense. They just feel nice and relaxed, and like I just had a good workout.
Yeah.
And especially like right before you go to sleep, your body, when you actually incorporate the breath work into it, your overall body and your state of mind is in a very positive state. It's very happy, it's relaxed.
Parasympathetic nervous system. And
Yes.
I'm going to actually demo the exercise. That's my favorite.
a great idea.
My favorite exercise of the day is the vertical exercise, because as a TMJ specialist, I care about what passes behind your lower jaw. I do not want you to impinge that. I do not want you to create TMJ. I do not want you to have headache today. And if I have to tell you that one exercise that plumps your lips, defines your jawline, lifts your cheekbones, and helps your TMJ is this one exercise. And if you also, by doing it, you're opening your airway. So if you're sleeping at night just before sleep, if you do this exercise and take deep breath, like Dr. Andrew Huberman talks about, double deep breath. If you do that double deep breath through your nose and just let the jaw forward to be able to open that blood supply, you will feel basically relaxed, but you feel high. You'll feel high. I've never had drugs, but I feel like my brain is in that state that I'm like euphoric. And your airway opens up, so your whole system got oxygen. Now it says, okay, I'm in the parasympathetic nervous system. Let me go and get a deep, beautiful sleep. So it's a beautiful exercise for those of you that clench all day long and you're tense and you have so much stuff going in your head at night, to debunk that, to get you in that state of relaxation. The vertical exercise is my exercise of choice. And you only have to do 3-4 times. Like how simple could that be to get this workout done? Because we're going to do it slowly and we're going to engage many muscles while we're doing it. So here it is.
I'm going to reposition the cameras to make sure that we can see you well. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so we're going to do the vertical exercise and Natalie's going to explain as I'm doing it.
So always make sure that you grab onto the resistance band with your forefinger and your thumb to avoid the actual BLA from popping out of your mouth or shifting more towards one side. She's going to prop the handles onto both her upper and lower lip. And then she's going to focus on pushing down with that upper lip, pushing up with that bottom lip. And the most important thing about the vertical exercise is shifting that lower jaw forward. This is going to help to engage all the neck muscles. This is going to help to open up that pathway to allow more blood flow and oxygen flow into your brain. She just took a deep breath in from her nose, but now as she's opening back up, she is releasing that CO2 from her mouth. Again, she's taking a deep breath in from her nose. She's focusing on pushing down with the upper lip, pushing up with the bottom lip, shifting that jaw forward, focusing on the mind to muscle connection, and releasing her breath from her mouth. You'll also notice that as she's opening back up, she's not allowing the BLA to just open back up quickly. She's allowing the BLA to slowly open her lips back up to the original starting position. And everything is slow and controlled. Don't rush this movement. Just focus on being present and focus on being gentle.
it feels so good. Okay, so I have to sit back because by moving the jaw forward, you're opening up the blood supply to your brain, so you have a blood rush in your brain, and your brain feels so happy. And that made my all night, if I clench, this made this muscles feel so good, yet engaged all my neck muscles and lift. I feel the lift of my cheekbones, and my lips feel so heavy and plumped up with just 3. Did I do 3?
Yeah, you did 3.
I just did 3 vertical exercise. You have to experience this before you judge it, because it looks simple and everybody can make something from this in China or anywhere in the world and duplicate the BLAfit appliance, but they can't duplicate this. It may look like that, but it's not gonna last. After 2-3 repetition, you're gonna break it. The resistance that's built in this arm is a resistance that we experiment. We've done so many trial and error to have one that plumps yet doesn't cause any impingement in the jaw. So it's enough to get you work out your facial muscles yet not hurt, and you don't have to do too many. You can do less is better with BLAfit applies. Less is better. So for me, 3 of the vertical exercises, my lips still feels plumped up. So it has really that moment, like if you want to do a photo shoot and you want your lips to feel like this, you could do a few of this vertical exercise. Immediately your lips going to feel plumped up, at least for the next few minutes. But long-term effect is that lip muscle underneath the pink lip is working out. It's working out, and the muscle is building from underneath and lifting things outward. So my cheek muscles, I was at a Mother's Day special with my family reunion, and everybody says, oh my God, your cheek muscles are you have such beautiful cheek muscles. Yes, because when you do BLA, this exercise of the vertical and the horizontal is actually lifting. And if you watch my videos on my instruction closely, you could see that cheek muscle like doing this, plumping. So you plump this out, the definition and the muscles are like overlaying each other. That definition makes your facial structure much more beautiful.
Oh, hi Melanie. It's so good to hear from you. She said that she did the exercises along, and this is the first time that she's done them correctly, because Melanie does have a BLA. And I'm so glad.
Hi.
I'm so glad that you're actually. Thanks so much for joining us today, and thank you so much for following along and doing the exercises. You'll notice that long term, you're gonna get the full scope of benefits. You'll feel good about yourself. Your face is just gonna look even more beautiful than it
and
already is.
those little muscles that we brought the picture. I'm gonna have to bring the picture again. That plumping, little plumping that we do, action and pumping action that we do, we're actually increasing circulation to your facial structure. You have better skin tone, and you have your own collagen formation. So all this collagen that people buy that put outside your skin is not going to integrate inside your body, but you can create your own blood flow, your own collagen formation by getting more muscle mass on your face in the correct position, correct muscles becoming plumped. We want some muscles to be elongated and stretched, just like our body. If your hamsters, right? Hamstrings are tight, then you look shorter. And people that do ballet and they have the longer hamstrings, they walk taller. So we want that exercise that tones you, but yet doesn't shorten you. Creates a beautiful anatomical features in your face. So now the horizontal exercise.
And let me adjust the camera too, because I want people to see this. This movement is very subtle, but
this is
really
Natalie's
powerful.
Favorite exercise.
Yes, for good reason. This one helps to target your smile lines, what oftentimes people call the marionette lines. Lift the smile and lift the cheekbones. If done correctly, you should feel a lot of the tension around your cheekbone area. So again, with this one, always make sure to grab onto the resistance band with your forefinger and your thumb, and anchor the handles onto the sides of your mouth. Then, what Dr. Miriam is doing here, pay close attention. she's using the corners of her mouth to bring in the handles together only about halfway. And you'll notice that she's still maintaining a nice big O shape with her mouth. She's not closing all the way. She's only bringing in those handles at about halfway. You'll feel the tension when you do this. And then she's releasing and opening back up. Again, she's taking a deep breath in from her nose as she's bringing in those handles together about halfway, holding that tension, holding that breath, and then opening back up and releasing the CO2 from her mouth. So this one's sometimes a little hard to see the movement because it's so subtle. It's very subtle. You're maintaining that O shape with your mouth the entire time you're doing the exercise, but you're bringing in the handles together about halfway. And then opening back up and releasing that tension, releasing that breath. And like Melanie said, exactly, feeling the burn. That's exactly how the best way to put it.
I agree. I feel like, this part is lifted. It's worked out so much.
Yes, you'll feel the tension a lot with the horizontal. Ooh.
All your, that muscle feels.
You feel it a lot in the cheekbone area.
It's lifting.
Yes.
And 4 exercises, 4 or 5 repetitions. How much time does that take from your daily exercise? How inexpensive could that be? Why wouldn't we want to have natural beauty? Why wouldn't we be focus more within ourselves and bring our inner beauty out and just enhance and keep what we have and be happy because we're all beautiful the way we are made. We're all beautiful in our own way. I don't want to look like you, and I don't want Natalie to look like me. I want us all to be beautiful and just tap in our inner beauty and really embrace ourselves, embrace our sisters, embrace our brothers. And we all are beautiful in our own way. Whoever came about and say, what is our standard of our beauty? I mean, I don't know when that started, but when we were at the, if we all believe in evolution or not, when we were like in our ancestral time, do you think they cared what they looked like? We all were our own individuals. And now with our magazines and our internet and social media, we think that we need to look certain trend, but this is how I came about. I can't change my facial structure. What I can do is enhance it naturally by making sure that I eat good nutrition, I exercise, sleep, breathing to our nose, so I live longer, so I'm healthier. And then our facial muscles, why not? I'm walking every day, I'm working out, why not my face? What is the difference between the facial muscles and the rest of our body? Not much. We're putting so much trash in our face, closing our pores. People that do so much makeup, I mean, I get it. You want to go somewhere, you want to do some enhancement, you want to do some makeup, but we're doing it so much that we're changing our face, we're closing, we're actually harming our skin by layer over layer over layer, clogging our pores, not letting our skin breathe. But let's now, I mean, I'm hoping one day we're at the era that we could do a change, 180 degrees change, and my kids one day will look at themselves and embrace their beauty and just go back into loving themselves and just accepting who they are and just lean toward more natural beauty rather than becoming synthetic, becoming unnatural. That's all I have to say. Anyways, I love you guys all. We talked a lot today, I think.
Yes, we did. We did talk a lot.
I brought a book.
To say.
I brought a book that is not mine, but I'm reading. It's called The Jaws. For those of you who like to read, it's written for all of you. It's not just written for doctors. I want you to read. It's very close to my heart, books like this, because it talks about how food and nutrition, what effect they had on us. It talks about breathing through our nose. It talks about correct orthodontic treatment. It talks a lot about everything, and it's small, it's condensed, has pictures, but we want to go back to our basics, grab some nuts, chew raw nuts, use your teeth for chewing, use your mouth for exercising and talking good things coming out of your mouth.
That's a good way to put it.
And the power of our words.
Yes, and you know what? The best part, and before we end this live, the best part is you only need to do it just 1 minute a day. It's just 1 minute. I know everyone has a minute in their daytime. We spend it just scrolling, and it's very easy to get caught up in that cycle of just mindlessly scrolling. So why not just set a time apart for yourself, just 1 minute, to just give yourself some nice love to your facial muscles, focusing on grounding yourself, becoming present in the moment. Because I think also, we don't talk about this enough, but I do think that BLA also just helps to ground you, because you're so focused on doing the movement correctly. You're so focused on just breathing that you literally have no thoughts when you do this. I don't have any thoughts when I do the exercises. It's
purely distraction.
Yes, it's a good way to just ground yourself, to just focus on the moment, be present. And I think that's also, I think someone one time asked, do we have anything for people that have anxiety or that just overthink things? And I say BLA. I think BLA is also a very meditative experience.
It is meditation. It's like yoga.
Right.
You're doing yoga and meditation with the breath work. And I did 4 of each exercise, or 3 or 4 of each exercise, and my state of mind right now is really, life is beautiful.
It's in a very positive state.
When I walked into the practice today and I was setting things up here, I was in a state of sympathetic nervous system, and I wanted to make sure we're here on time and everything is good going, because we have a meeting with a nice physical therapist right after here, and we have packages of clients like you that we handwrite the notes to send for them. Those of you that order from our website, the Amazon, unfortunately, we don't have handwritten notes because we don't know you, and I hope that you reach out to us via the email that you have on a little card that's inside each package that says get your 5-minute training. Email us at order@BLAfit.com, so then we can now know you, so that we can be more personal. But now I'm in a system of parasympathetic nervous system, okay, so we're going to meeting, everything's going to work out. So it just really puts, those breath works really puts your system in a place that is holy. It's a place that's really engaged within you. So I can't describe that, but I'm not a yoga specialist, but we're going to go meet the yoga specialist in half an hour.
Yeah.
And there is Sylvia_jaw pelvic alignment.
Pelvic_jaw_ alignment. It's Sylvia Forrest. She takes BLA to a whole other level, teaches you how to unclench your muscles, does courses with the BLAfit. For those of you that have trauma, back pain, neck pain, she will engage the BLAfit to get those underlying issues fixed. She is something else. I'm not expert on that field, but you can use her. If you follow us on Instagram, we post a lot of her stuff in there. She follows us, and that's it. Yeah. So we'll be here next week as always, but thank you so much everyone for joining us. If you ever have any questions, feel free to message us either from our social media platforms, which all of our handles are the same. It's BLAfit, or you can reach out to us for our Amazon customers via Amazon, or send us an email. Our email is order@BLAfit.com. We want you to make smart purchases. We want you to make educated purchases. And I know sometimes people can feel a little hesitant to believe in the BLAfit, because it's a new concept for a lot of people to exercise their facial muscles. But I am glad that there's more awareness about it. I'm glad that there's more attention about the importance of exercising your facial muscles, and how BLAfit is a great tool. I've used it now for over a year and I love it. I have no cons to it, not only just because I work here with Dr. Marian, but also because I truly do love the product. It feels really good when I do the exercises.
Also, there's a lot of products that they hire professionals like physicians or dentists to represent them, so that gives them a more legit face. this is actually not one of those companies. This is actually our company here. We're right now sitting in my dental practice that I treat TMJ, sleep apnea, and orthodontics. And this is a product that is from me to you. So you have me and my name and my 30 years of experience behind it. So if I had somebody like me, I would really trust.
Yes, I agree. And I do trust this woman. She knows what she's talking about. So, yes. How could we forget? We right now have a Mother's Day sale going on. So we have 20% off right now on the BLAfit. Also on Amazon. So if you're on Amazon, you will know that we don't do these sales very often on Amazon because you get your Prime shipping if you're a Prime member, and you get 20% off. So this is not going to last long. It's really only for Mother's Day that we're doing the sale. So if you want to buy a product for yourself and your mom, you both can be twinning. You can do your both exercises. I think it's a great idea. And so yeah, take advantage of that.
And if you want to be affiliate and work with us as influencers, or people that want to have one and you do something, DM us. We're open to all of that.
Yes. So take advantage of the sale. Let us know if you want to work with us, collaborate with us. We're always very happy to open the door to people that are interested in the product and share the same mindset as us. So
yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. We'll catch you guys next week.
Love you guys.
Have a great Mother's Day next week, next weekend. Take care of your mother and cherish her. If you don't have her anymore, well, I'm so sorry, but cherish all the mothers around you because that's the reason why we're here.
If you don't have one, adopt me as your mother.
Bye, everyone.
Love you guys. Bye.
Alrighty, so we're gonna end it.